Hi, it's Melinda coming to you, and I wanted to talk to you briefly about domestic violence. Now, as a survivor, I know I shouldn't be smiling right now, but I had to kind of turn my frown upside down a long time ago, and I'm coming up to an anniversary. Sorry, Mini Man's over here, making me giggle. This life that I have is very surreal right now. I was not anticipating the happily ever after, which there's still bumps here. I mean, we still have problems. I wasn't anticipating this life that I have, this amazing, blessed life. And sometimes I get a little down still when I think about the past, and damn, I really screwed up my children, because look what I did. I stayed in that relationship, and how broken they are, and I can't fix it. No matter what I do, I know I can't fix it. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break down. My kids are cutters. We've dealt with suicide attempts. We've dealt with some really nasty behavior, and it's hard still not to have a little blame. There's some things I've said incorrectly. I've said out of just being frustrated, and not meant to be mean, but it came out mean, and I didn't mean to do that. I talked to the operator when when my middle daughter was cutting, and she wanted to take her life, and I said some nasty things. I said some nasty things to my daughter, and I told the operator, I said, look, this is what I said to her. I'm frustrated. And she heard me. She's like, ma'am, I hear you. I know you're frustrated. And she said, if you didn't love your daughter, you didn't care about your daughter, you wouldn't call. You wouldn't be making this call right now. So she's like, I know you didn't mean it. I know you're just a little bit upset right now. She said, you're a good mom. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be on the phone with me right now. So that helped. That helped a lot. Because I felt, sometimes I feel like I don't know what the right thing to say is. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I can have a conversation with a stranger and try to talk to my kids, and they don't want to open up to me. They don't want to tell me what's wrong. They don't want to share their story. And I know each of them have a story. Of course, my older son, for those of you that don't know, my older son, he's 21 now. I gave him back to his dad. That was another hard thing for me to do. Back in 2009, it was a pretty wild ride. I gave my son back to his dad. He had threatened to kill me. He had started a fire in my apartment with the intentions of me dying. And he had some rather large knives, and he said he was going to kill me in my sleep. Now, 2 weeks prior to this, my now ex-husband had took out renter's insurance for me. Wasn't that nice? And he had also was trying to get me to draw up a contract or some kind of form where my oldest son would be held harmless should he harm me or kill me. Then 2 weeks later, this happened. I don't know. It wasn't coincidental. My middle daughter at the time says that, Mommy, he had been pulling him aside, and he had been telling him all these bad things about you and saying just nasty things. And it just kind of built up. It's called parental alienation. And my ex did a big thing on him. I mean, I think the last time I really talked to him was in 2010. I haven't really talked to him at all. And if there has, I should say face to face, if there has been, can you turn that down, please, baby? Thank you. If there's been any other type of communication, it's been hostile. And a little more, buddy. And so it hasn't been good. I'm hoping maybe in the future that we'll have some sort of communication. I'd love to do that. I miss him. And I really wish we could have that. And maybe someday. A little bit more, Bubba. Hopefully someday. Sorry, Mini Man's in here watching a video too, so I hope you're not getting a lot of this feedback. So I just wanted to come and just share with you that don't give up. I'm not giving up at all. I know someday that we'll have some sort of communication. I know that we will get through this. My children, I took them to counselors. They've had counselors. I've given them the same advice I give you folks. Journal, positive affirmations. I've said it all. I've cried until I'm blue in the face and held my breath there. And so this is nothing new. Everything I practice or tell you guys, I'm telling my own children to do. and their kids. Whether they're going to do it or not, that's up to them. My two girls. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I throw my hands up and I just have to give it to the Lord and just say, okay, Lord, I'm laying this at your feet because I am definitely not big enough to handle some of this. Sometimes I just, you just feel like throwing in the towel, and it's like, Lord, you have to take this because I am just going to lose my mind. I have to give this to the Lord. And I know some folks are out there and they don't believe, but I wouldn't have gotten through what I've gotten through had it not been for my faith and for God. God has been there every step of the way. He had been there. He took the punches. He took me choking. He took all that. There were some times I just felt numb, and I went numb, and I know that all that was because of the Lord. The Lord did that. He shielded me a lot. He took away a lot of that pain that I could just kind of almost like floaty kind of feeling. And if it hadn't been from the intervention of the Lord and so many of the circumstances, I wouldn't be here right now, even leaving that last time. We're coming up to 8 years, y'all. It's awesome, 8 years. And it's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of learning. It's been a lot of adjusting. Even we're now a blended family, so I'm still trying to get to know my stepdaughter, and she's beautiful. And we got a grandbaby. She's moved a little far away, so someday, hopefully, we'll get to really get to know each other a lot better. And my middle daughter, she's got her baby, and they moved out of the house, but we're still kind of supporting them in some ways, quite a little bit. I'm giving some, not only it's just prayers for her, but also a lot of pep talks for her, because I love her, and she's still dealing with the postpartum, so that's a big thing too, helping this child deal with the postpartum. She's also a teenage mom, a young mom, so we have dealt with some heavy duty stuff here. We're not your ordinary family. We've got a lot of dysfunction. There's a lot of heavy hitting subjects that we have: the anxiety, the depression, again, the cutting, suicide. There probably is not a topic that we haven't really discussed, well, except drugs. My kids, as far as I know, have been pretty good. Haven't done the drug scene, aren't into alcohol, which is good because I know alcoholism runs in my biological father's side. So we've dealt with some pretty heavy duty stuff. So again, we're not the normal family. We're not the Cleavers. You see this smile? I have to be positive. I have to. I could be bitter. I ran into a friend of mine confided in me about a little brief situation, and that, you're always positive, and that she ended up turning bitter after her ordeal with her abuser. It's a choice. It's a hard choice. I could have been bitter. I could have been turned off. I had a woman that was welcome to take me in. She's the other woman, by the way, at one point in time. I don't feel any resentment towards her. I don't feel any kind of animosity towards her. Actually, I like her very much. She's a nice lady, and I know that sounds really weird. Hey, you like the other woman? She's one of a few other women. I really like her. We're still friends on Facebook. She's a good lady. She's lost, and I think she needs a little help. I really haven't reached out to her lately, though, but I don't know. I still pray for her. I pray for my ex. I know that sounds weird too. Yeah, I pray for that. And I still do the bubbles and pink and blue calming love around him and my son, and just for protection over our family. I plead the blood of Christ over my family a lot. There's been some times where I think I blogged about it too, where I thought I was going to have to do an exorcism on my children and my daughter at one point in time. And, that's all still real. That's for another blog. I know that's a little heavy duty to talk about the dark side of that, and that's not where, the abuse, all that stuff, it's all the dark side, and all these subjects are just something that is tough to talk about. It really is. Sex abuse that my daughter went through, but she doesn't even really want to talk about it. And I know a lot of these things, if my kids would actually open up and talk about it, they would feel a lot better. And my concern is their future relationships, which my middle daughter's having now, and I hear my son's having the same problem too, is they need to get these things out. Coming out, blogging, journaling, talking to people about my situation has really, really helped me by leaps and bounds. I a lot better than any counseling session ever did for me. Now, I'm not saying, hey, ditch your counselor at all. It didn't work for me, just like doing the Zoloft or any other anxiety meds. That didn't work for me. The Xanax didn't work. For me, I didn't like the side effects. I don't do a lot of meds. Right now with the Lyme disease, I am doing the antibiotics, which are far and few between because I'm not really liking those results either. So I do a lot more holistic stuff. When I do the oils, I do the herbs, and I do the grounding. I do this stuff. I do this stuff because I have to do it for me. I have to know what's going in my body. I want to know if I'm using like oregano, I'm going to know what it's going to do. I'm not going to have the doctor prescribe another prescription for this because it needs to counteract the other stuff. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I just wanted to let you know that wherever you are, no matter what your situation, whether you're a loved one reaching out to someone that is abused, that's a victim, whether you're a victim and you're trapped in this relationship and you just don't know where to go, please stay strong. Have faith. If you don't believe in the Lord Jesus, that's okay. And God, that's fine. It's okay. I don't hold that against you. I think whatever gets you through the day. I lean on the Lord because He helped me. If you just look at my life, you'll see that. I believe in you. You have a great day. Bye.